So as far as knees are concerned, your main issue is going to be the patella or quadriceps tendon. Now when you're pushing, when you're doing your log press or your axle or you're squatting, there's an awful lot of load that goes through those tendons that during the course of a progressively overloaded program and this undulating periodization, you're going to find that you can overload that tendon. Now the common misconception that people make is when they've got a tendon injury, when they've got pain, they tend to think rest is best. And unfortunately, or fortunately for you, because it means you can continue to run the program, that isn't the case. So tendons need reloading back up. Now while we're doing this, you might need to scale your weights back a little bit. You might need to choose a slightly lower RPE, but keeping training and keeping drilling those movements is the best way to keep yourself training and rehab your tendon problem. So I'm going to show you a couple of movements. One is a quad setting exercise, which is designed to get your quadriceps and hamstrings firing effectively. The other is an isometric hold, which again we come back to our isometrics, which are our pain relieving and our tendon, the start of our tendon loading program, and you're going to use those two exercises if you're struggling with your knees. So quad setting. Green resistance band just underneath my knee joints. Again, walk back so you've got maximum tension. And then what we're going to simply try and do here is tense our quadriceps, keeping the spine organised. So we're still thinking about spinal organisation and bracing. And we're going to do 2 lots of 10 repetitions in this position prior to doing your isometric holds. Right, so as far as your isometrics and your knees concerned, I think the best course of action as far as employing isometrics into your routine, into your sessions, is introducing as far as your warm-up's concerned. So on your squat and move day, or on your specific press day, when you're doing your log presses, what I would do in your warm-up sets, I'd introduce your isometrics as part of your warm-up. So let's say we're doing our squat day. You're going to bring your bar onto your back, and essentially we're going to get yourself into your Smith machine. So your setup would be exactly the same as you would be if you were warming up for your squat normally. This time we're going to put a bench underneath your bum, and what we're going to do is as we're squatting down, we're going to squat down and we're just going to hover just above the bench. Now the bench is there in case your legs give out, so it's a safety precaution. But what you're going to try and do is find the point in your knees where you start to get those symptoms, and you're going to camp out there. Now obviously you can have some load on this, you've not got a dowel like I have on my back, and you're going to camp out in that position for 3 lots of 45 seconds. So those are your isometric exercises for your knees. If that's still causing you problems, swap out your back squat for a box squat and just work to the box until your knees, tendons recover enough strength they can tolerate a full back squat.